Welcome to GoodKnitKisses, Techniques and Tutorials. Hi, I'm Kristen. We're teaching techniques and tutorials at GoodKnitKisses to help keep you in stitches. Today's clip is from a longer video, a longer tutorial that is a pattern. We are going to shorten it down for you today, so click on the link in the description below if you'd like more information or that full video tutorial. All right, let's begin. So now that we've got our bobbin ready, I can start adding in color. Okay, so I want to, this first stitch is going to be a little loose, and then I'll start twisting them around whenever we change back and forth. So let me pick up my chart and show you. Go to the second page of your pattern, and we're going to move into this chart here. Now it says start here. You're going to start at the bottom right where 1 is, and that is your first row of the chart. Now the row of the chart starts with after the knit 3 or the 4, so it actually has the stitches that we did right here. Okay, so when you look at this chart, it's going to start with the 3, and then you work these next 4 here in the gray, and then you're going to knit the white ones here. Okay, and then you're going to knit gray and then white. Ignore these right here because these little X's are actually talking about the duplicate stitch, which we will work on later, and that's going to make the nose of your owl. Now down on this other side down here, it will finish off with 3 extra here. So ignore this part here and this part here as far as doing the eyes, but remember you'll need to have this. Okay, so I'll show you what I mean here. So it showed me that I already started with 3, and then I'm working with the chart. So the chart starts with 4 stitches in gray. So I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now when you're first starting, if that's going to be harder for you to kind of see where that is, you can take a stitch marker and just go right around where that is. Okay, and let that tell you that's where your chart starts, and if that makes it easier on you, then go right ahead and make that. Okay, so now we want to start our color. Hold this yarn in the back, and we're just going to go through this stitch here and wrap around with our new yarn. Okay, so I'm going to knit 1. Now according to the chart here, I'm actually going to need 3. So I did the 4 here, and then I'm going to knit 1, 2, 3 and white, and then I'm going to continue on with gray. So let's do those 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then I need the gray to appear, so I'm going to grab the gray from underneath, okay, and go into that stitch here. I'm going to knit 1. Okay, and let me count how many there are. Oops, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I've already knit 7. So I'm going to say 2, 3. Okay, now I'm about halfway. I'm going to do something a little bit different here. I'm going to go ahead and twist my white around, and I'm going to put it on top here for a second. And then I'm going to knit some more. This is 4. And then I'm going to go on top again. And it's going to lock that stitch in there. And I'm going to say 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, okay, in that color. Now that I'm back to my white again, what I've done is I've actually locked this longer color float back here by spinning it around right in the middle of that, and I've locked it in so I have shorter floats in the back. These long strands where you're carrying your yarn in the back are called floats, and I just was showing you a trick how to keep the floats a little shorter. Okay, so now what I want is I'm going to grab the white yarn from underneath again, and I'm going to knit my next stitches. And I'll tell you it's 3 because we're going to make an eyeball just as we did over here. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3. Okay, and now we want to knit to the end. Okay, so I'm going to grab my my main color, which is the gray, and I'm going to knit to the end of the row. Okay, once I've made my second eye, we know that we can just knit to the end of the row in the main color. And that white is just going to hang out there until it's ready for the next color. Okay, or the next row. All right, we're going to turn our work, and now you can see those strands, those color strands that we did. Okay. All right, so now we want to purl here. So we're going to go up and under here, and I'm going to move my bobbin over here. I'm going to purl. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now this is that beginning and ending part. Remember, on the right side you started with a 3 and you end with a 3. It's the same thing here. Now I'm going to go back over to my chart. Okay, so I have 3 stitches on this side. Okay, that I finished row 1, now I'm on row 2. I did 3 already, and so now I need 2 more of the gray, and then I'm going to work white. So let's do 2 gray, and these are going to show up knit on the other side, so we need a purl here. So 1, 2. Okay, so now we need white, and I'm going to grab this white here, and I want to make sure that this yarn is twisted and tied in. So I'm going to go ahead and twist this around. Okay. All right, so I've got my yarn twisted in, and now I'm going to go ahead and purl that. And before I move on, I'm going to go ahead and kind of give this a little bit of a tug to make sure it's nice and snug in there, and then I don't have any holes in my work. Okay, so now I'm going to continue with my white, and let me go ahead and check my pattern and see how many I need. So we have 1, 2 that I've already done, and then 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got 3, 4. Okay, and if I want to make that float a little bit shorter here, I can go ahead and do that little twist around and pull my yarn to the front here and hold it to where that next stitch is going to be, and then get my yarn back around again. Okay, you don't have to lock these in this way. I'm doing this so that you don't have long color floats. Okay, so now that I've got that, I'm going to go ahead and finish knitting that stitch. I'm going to pull that float through. Okay, and I got one more. All right. So before I move on with my next color, I'm going to make sure that my floats aren't too tight. See, make sure they're nice and loose here. They're not going to be, I don't want them to be like floating really bad. But I've got six stitches here now. So now I want to move on the next part. So we've done this row here. We're up to this point. We want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, ignore the little X's. So 5 gray. All right. So I'm going to grab from underneath the gray. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then I'm going to grab my white here, and I'm just going to spin this around, so because I want to grab it from underneath. Okay. All right, now here we go. I'm going to knit that. All right, purl that. 1, 2, 3, 4,
We're doing the same as we did down here. See, I don't even check my pattern when I'm doing the second part of the eye. 5. I said 6 here. Yeah, 6 here. And 6. And if you notice this right here, I accidentally pulled it. I meant to show you, but this is, if you notice it gets tighter here, it's because this was that original strand that we started with. So you can just tug on that to make it snugged up and there's not a gap. So we need one more stitch. I'm at the end here, and what I want to do is make sure that I'm gonna lock this in and go ahead and wrap this yarn around to twist it. And grab my gray from underneath and purl. And then what I do is I mess with that little color strand there to make sure that it's all locked in. It's not going anywhere. Okay. And go ahead and purl to the end. And I'm going to slip that stitch over, and these are those last 3 end stitches. Okay.
Thanks for joining me on GoodKnitKisses technique tutorials. Be sure to subscribe and also comment down below and tell me what techniques and stitches that you would like to see. Have a great day and happy knit and crochet.